What's up guys, Mikey with Padbangers.com, today with a new sound check, and today we're checking out version 5 of Arturia's V Collection. Let's go! V Collection 5, version 5 of the legendary V Collection. It's a bundle full of synthesizers. They now added some new instruments like organs and pianos. You can get it on their website arturia.com. The price for a single instrument is €149 for the updated older instruments. The new instruments like the pianos and the organs are priced at $199. The full bundle, if you're interested in buying this, is $500. So if you need more than 2 or 3 instruments, you better go off with the V Collection. So let's switch over here in Ableton and I will show you what's new and what changed to the previous version. To show you the difference, about the most obvious change is the whole graphics interface got redesigned. So, and just to remember you how terrible it was until version 4, I'll open up here the ARP 2600 version 2, which is from the Arturia V Collection 4, and it looks like this. And as you can see here, I got a high resolution display, not even a 5K iMac, it's still the older with a little bit more than a full HD resolution, but I barely can read anything labeled here on the plugin. So there's no way to scale this up. It's just awful. Let's face it, it's awful. It sounds fantastic. All the plugins from the V Collection 4, they sound already really good. If you go with the presets, then you can handle these. You can go here in these very old browser type, but there's no search for presets and stuff like that. So the old version really had some disappointments when I got them. But now to compare it to version 5, let me switch over to the V Collection 5 ARP 2600, the version 3, and now check this out. Boom! Huge interface, and I tell you something, this is only 120%. I could scale it up to 200%. So even if you have the craziest resolution on your display, you're still able to get it in a very nice, sharp quality. Look at this. This really makes fun to patch it up and to work with it. This goes for all the new plugins. The graphics interface are totally new design. They're beautifully designed. I will show you all the new interfaces, and also they come in this new wrapper. So you have the menu right here. You got your preset and library section on here. Here's your MIDI setup, and check it out how easy it is to assign stuff right here. You just click on it, you see exactly what it is, you assign it to your MIDI controller, and you're good to go. Really nice, and a lot of improvement. You get somewhere you can save your MIDI setups here in the top right corner, and you also get some polyphony settings in the lower bar right here. You always have your CPU meter. You can scale it in height individually. So again, the improvement of the graphics interface are just fantastic. Now let's check out the new browser, and this also is very nice. So you can search for presets, you can go by tags, by different banks and characteristics, and you can also create your own playlists with your favorite samples. Same goes when you create your own presets, you can tag them now. You always have all the information of the preset on the right side. Now this is the full library view. You can also go on these sections right here and you can browse them by category or by filter or by preset name. So this is really a huge improvement and a fantastic graphics job here. This update alone for me personally would be worth the upgrade from version 4 to 5, because now it really makes fun patching stuff up and work with this stuff again. Alright, before I show you the new interfaces of the older stuff, let's talk a little bit about the new instruments, and I will play some sounds for you on them. So first of all, we got the B3, which is of course like a Hammond B3 replica. It looks really good. It's not only the B3 that comes in different presets, you also have a bunch of like an effects chain down here with an analog delay, phaser, chorus, flanger, overdrive, and this kind of old school or retro amplifier. When you see these two arrows on the top right here, that also means there are more interfaces available where you can tweak stuff. So let's click this open, and in this case here, it's just a new window, new overlay, where you can set up your modulation and toning and your drawbars and stuff like that. In other synthesizers, I will show you later, there will pop up new instruments or new effects and stuff like that. So this is really nice. Now let's play a little bit here from the B3. But you see there's also some pad sounds, sequences, effects, so you can do a lot with this. Here's a pad sound. Let's check out a sequence here. Let's check out the next one. It's called Stage 73. It's an electronic piano. Looks like Rhodes Mark 1. Down here we have another amplifier. We have a volume pedal and also compressor, analog delay, overdrive, and chorus. Let's play some sounds here. And also you see the two arrows right here. We click on it and see we can set up the velocity curve, and also we can set up different tunings here for the pickups and stuff. So again, really nice. And also we can change the keyboard model from suitcase to stage. With the stage we got the amplifier. In the suitcase we don't have it, but we have this different keyboard here. Let's check the next one, which is the Farfisa V or Farfisa 5. This is also kind of like an older organ. Looks really spacey and it sounds really strange, weird in a very positive ways. Like organs from the older 60 movie soundtracks. Really like this one right here. Also we got the two arrows right here, and as you can see, it lets you look under the hood and set up your bass waves, choose different, change the attack, and also change single pitches from for different notes. You can adjust the user waves and stuff like that. So really nice how they integrated all these modulations into the graphics user interface. Really appreciate that. Really nice. Let's check some, maybe some string sounds they made from this one here. Very nice with the typical phaser sound on the strings. Can also check some psi chords here. So yeah, really nice string organ synthesizer. Very nice addition to the whole package here. Then one of my favorite new instruments here is the Piano 5 or Piano V, and this is a fantastic piano library. As you can see here on the interface, you have different mics for the setup. You have different piano settings with the velocity curve, different pianos where you can choose from jazz upright, pop grand, classical upright, concert grand, stuff like that. It sounds really good. You can have different room setups here. Let's check it out. So yeah, it sounds really good. And you can browse through the different pianos here. And you see you have all these different graphics here. And you see exactly where the mics were positioned. And it's just fantastic how they integrated this into the interface. And also they have some very special pianos here. Let's see if it was the glass grand here. Look at this one. Looks fantastic. Very nice. And again, lots of presets that come with it. So you have you can either tweak the sound yourself or you can choose one of the presets, start from there. There's enough presets to fit everyone's taste. Very nice. And the last new instrument is the Synclavier, also very special and very new synthesizer. Doesn't look too spectacular at the first look. And again, don't underestimate it. There's 2 arrows down here. And you see, here's another section for modulation. And there's also another instrument, or not instrument, but another interface included for the whole modulation thing when you click here on the SCR. And it goes to this other instrument where you have so many settings for your envelopes, your key dynamics, time slices, the mixer, effects section, and your whole settings of these. So yeah, just fantastic. And I really like how they integrated this in all this. Right, so let's check out the older instruments. Now, sound-wise, there's nothing new to them. It's still the same engine, and they still sound fantastic, but all of them have, of course, the new graphics interface. So let's check them out. Let's start off with the CS80, and as you can see, it's kind of similar to the older version, but just with a refreshed interface. Looks very nice. Also here, 2 arrows down means there's some modulation going on. Now let's click on it. And here we have it here, the multi-section and some modulation stuff going on. Again, it looks so good with the bigger interface. Now it really makes fun to do some patches with it. The sound is still very good. I mean, the sound was never wrong with the previous versions. They were always on spot, and they were always like the better emulations of the older synthesizers. So sound-wise, it's still perfectly fine. Let's check out the Jupe 8, the Jupiter 8. Let's play some sound. typical Jupiter sounds. Also here some modulation sections. Now this one is the only, I don't know why it is, but it gives me some white screen when it changes up, but I can live with that. Not a big deal. And also here some like the Galaxy modulation and the sequencer keyboard settings and the effects section here. Very nice. The Matrix 12 was the first of the instruments I saw from the V Collection 5, and Ko's Oberheim Matrix 12. Great for pad sounds. Now this one is the only plugin that's a little bit different. It has some tabs here for the voicing and for the main section. Next one is the Mini V, the Moog emulation. Yeah, great sound, of course, and also some modulation in the new panel here for the LFO and the ARP. Motion recording, modulation, and some effects. So yeah. Then we got the Modular, and this is really the biggest improvement when you see the interface, and go back and watch some reviews of version 4 and then check this one out right here. Boom! Now this one is so much fun to work with now. Everything, it's as big on the screen as a real Modular. Very nice. Definitely a huge improvement on this one right here. Really love the Modular 5 now. Then we got the Prophet. And here we got 3 interfaces in total. We got the Prophet VS. We got the basic Prophet 5 with some chorus and delay effects. And we got the 5 and VS combined. We got the SEM version 2. Now the SEM wasn't too bad with version 4 because it's just, before it also was like a really sleek and slim interface from the Oberheim SEM synthesizer. Now it just got a little bit bigger. And yeah, but also the new browser here makes it super easy and fast to browse the presets and to work with it. So really nice improvement. And then we got the Solina, a really solid string synthesizer. Now this one looks a little bit blurry from the text right here. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should resize it a little bit more. No, it doesn't get better. It's the text here on the interface is blurry, so I hope they will fix it with one of the next updates. It's not a big deal, you still can read it, but compared to the others, text here is very blurry and they should work on this. But sound-wise and everything else, just really good. Then we got the Vox Continental version 2. Now this is also something, I don't know what it is. All my stuff is of course authorized, but sometimes I get the message that the software is not activated on my computer, which is just not true. And what always helps is to close it down and delete it from the session and just open it up one more time. And as you can see now, it's working. So this one here is the Vox Continental Organ. Very good sounding organ. Let's check some more sounds here. And of course, 2 hours down, we got some things for tweaking here. We can change the depth of the vibrato and the tremolo and stuff. So yeah, always remember to check out the modulations. And last but not least, we got the Wurlitzer version 2. course, everybody knows the Wurlitzer. And you can have some effects here too. And here you can set it up the way you like it yourself. And also you can change the amplifier here. Can make it sound really aggressive and distorted. So that's very nice. Again, 2 arrows down. Here we got some settings for the equalizer and the velocity curve and stuff like that. So yeah. Now that's it. You can see it's still a huge bundle. The new instruments are really worth the money for upgrading. The pianos sound fantastic. The organs sound really good. The only plugin that has not been updated yet is Spark. Also, what I didn't show here is, I can show you this real quick. It's the Analog Lab 2. This one got updated too. And it also has the new browser and stuff. And the Analog Lab is, if you have one of the Arturia keyboards, it's perfectly for you because it's mapped out for all the knobs and faders, so each preset is pre-mapped for your keyboard. But even if you don't have one of the Arturia keyboards, it's really nice because you can access every single preset from each instrument in this pack from this single instance. So it loads the engines in the back. And I can show you, for example, when we go here to the studio and say, I want to load now, maybe here from the ARP 22600. Now I double click this and I'm in the section for the ARP. Or I can go down here, choose ARP 2600, and I have all the presets from this instrument available in one plugin instance. So yeah, that's it for this time. I can highly recommend the V Collection 5. I got the V Collection 4. Again, I was a little bit disappointed when I got it because of the bad graphics interface. Some plugins like the Modular or the R2600 was not usable at all to patch your own stuff because you couldn't read the labels on the knobs and functions in the app. But now everything looks so good. It's scalable to up to 200%. So even if next week comes a new display out with a 10 times higher resolution, you still can use these plugins in the future. Very nice. Sound wise, they were always great. I always loved them for what they are. And again, it's €500 for a huge plugin of very good synthesizer emulations of all the classic vintage retro synthesizers that everyone from us would love to have as hardware in the studio, but now you can have them for only $500. I highly recommend it. I hope to see you guys next time. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I hope to see you guys next time. Peace out.